You're good to go.
Excellent. Hello, summoners. Welcome to another pulse pounding,
Oh yeah,
lightning inducing,
pretty much yeah.
tower ascending episode of a Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War. I am the academic Aztec Olmec, but it wouldn't be a proper episode if I didn't have the heroic Lightstar 777 with me.
Wow, that is quite the intro that I hope I can live up to.
You better.
As I fiddle with all these things that are not working. If anybody doesn't know, Twitch had a thing where all the Stream Deck key, or our keys got broken. So right now we are. I am not seeing our gameplay,
Well,
which is very sad.
it's okay. It is just GB10. What's up, folks? While Lightstar gets that hammered out, I'm so happy that he started watching My Hero Academia, one of my favorite shows. So, this is just a no spoiler, review.
No spoiler.
Of course, we're going to get into Summoner's War. We have a new fusion unit to get into. We have some Genshin news to talk about. It's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a good time. But yes, good old Lightstar has started watching some good old My Hero Academia stuff. How is it making your day better to watch Deku fight the forces of evil? Is it just, doesn't it just make your heart sing when he defeats somebody? Isn't it like, I don't know, I like Deku a lot. Deku's the main character. Anyway, just to set up My Hero, it's very similar to well, actually, no. It's pretty unique. Most of the people in the population have some type of ability.
80%.
Heroes are a normal, sanctioned part of, the, crime fighting and such like that. This one kid wanted to be a hero his whole life. Around like 12 or 13, you get your ability. He didn't get any at all. So he's still training and working hard to be the best hero he can be. And that's it. That's
analyst.
What
an analyst he was.
That is it. I am not even going to say any more, but Lightstar started watching it. He likes it.
Yes. Very ironically, one of my friends that I made from my class in school was kind of the hubris for it because they asked, did I watch it? And I had seen like one or two episodes way back in the day when this cat over whichever side you're seeing this guy over here on, he had told me about the show and I wanted to watch it back then, but I only watched a couple episodes and got distracted probably by a million other things that probably were not important at all at this point. But essentially it worked out in the end, and we were successful, and we are watching it now, and we are obsessed. And I need Ochaku and Deku to be together. Like, I think they would be a great crime fighting duo together, and I need to ship that. So.
Already second season.
I'm already shipping things.
Already shipping. Jesus, this
shipping.
Anyway,
yep.
So, but yes, no spoilers. I want anyone that has seen it to enjoy it. Anyone that hasn't seen it, definitely go see it. Think about like if you like X-Men, if you like that whole concept of like Xavier School.
Ruining timelines? Oh, I'm sorry.
Xavier
You're
School.
talking about the good part of it. Okay.
Xavier School for gifted youngsters, stuff like that. Just think of that on like a college level scale and heroes are more accepted than being persecuted. But it's kind of like if Charles Xavier's dream had expanded and people with abilities are not feared as much. So anyway, check it out, My Hero Academia. Anyway, new fusion
How are
units.
you? No, you gotta start with the proper thing. How the hell are you?
Very hydrated. I'm actually pretty dehydrated, so I'm gonna have a seltzer. I'm fine.
You just contradicted your own self in the same second. I dig that. I am hydrated.
I am not. I meant to say I'm not hydrated. So sorry. That did sound weird. I totally understand if that did come. But anyway, I'm fine. Everything is going well. I mean, big shout out to everyone that I met at the meetup last week.
That looked like so much fun.
Good times. But
did you get to the Comic-Con as well?
No, I didn't get to Comic-Con this
meetup?
year. Definitely did not get to go this year. I'm an old Comic-Con vet, at least New York Comic-Con vet. Started going like
some might argue it's the better Gotham City's very own Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I did not for this. That was the closest thing I got to go to Comic-Con was the Summoners War meetup, which was totally fine with me. I've done enough cons. But anyway, thanks. But thanks for asking. Yeah, right. How are you doing?
I'm wearing my con shirt.
I see. I'm wearing my Deku shirt just because
I know
you started shooting me questions about it and like comments about My Hero, and I'm like, whoa.
Okay,
watching?
He says questions like there was questions. What he really means is, in true Lightstar 777 fashion, I was complaining on the hard. I am angry at all the appropriate times. I become so invested in a story
which is
I
good.
just
You're
get wrapped up, and then I'm angry. I'm like, come on, that guy is such a villain, and yet he wants to be the number one hero. He's going to be a villain for sure because he's just mean.
Block of salt.
He needs to learn to be nice to people.
Anyway,
out loud.
we have crossed over and left the My Hero portion of Yon show. We are in the
Thank
Summoners
you for coming
War.
to our TED Talk.
We are in the Summoners War portion of the Summoners War show.
Yes.
But
we are going to talk this week about Aztec's new shiny Odin Lightning Emperor.
Yes, I mean later on, but I wanted to talk a little bit about this fusion monster, this totemist.
But also, I got a 5-star randomly.
See,
I texted you at like 4:30 in the morning because I happened to be getting ready for work, and I was like, I don't care if you're asleep. But
I woke up
it
to
was right. But I got
in a good way. Woke up to 5-star monsters. It's always
I'll pull
a good
him
thing.
up here.
Mr. I am so unlucky. Pulled Sayu. Pulled Kokomi. You already pulled Child.
Legmaron.
Yeah,
I got Legmaron.
Got some wind chimeras going on.
And so now I've got two of the family of Chimera, and I'm not mad.
We're matching chimeras.
We are indeed.
So let's talk about
we are going to talk
totemist.
about those.
Let's do some theory crafting. I know you love to, just theorize about stuff.
Okay,
units
good. I'm glad you let me off my chain. So
please.
Here's the thing: anybody who ever played WoW can come with me. I want to see it like the shamans in World of Warcraft. Like basically, you had your attacks, right? Like you could do your magical attacks. You had a melee, and then you could drop different types of totems to support you, like basically an auto turret or something of that nature that you could use. So I would definitely love to see something like that happen, where basically you could choose. I wouldn't even mind if it was 5 or 6 different abilities where you could just drop a different totem. I mean, I know it's impossible because again, that's too much like WoW. But like, if each of the attributes does something different, like like the fire one was purely an attack one, and the water one was like purely a support, and the
Okay.
white was purely a support. Like, and like that each attribute would have its own thing. Like like just go completely off brand and make the wind one the buffer. Like that
You're
like
just going.
gets them all the no, I'm just saying because, like, think about it. Like, a lot of water, like support monsters, are either healers or they
It's
are
true.
shielders. So, if you think about it, like, if you went completely off brand and you went like, the wind one was that, and the water ones were the strippers, like that would be, a little mix up, which would make it fascinating that you'd have different attribute monsters you could fill into those roles. So,
So I have been looping the quick little video. So the only clue
I'm
that I can
hearing you looping that, but your thing froze on my end, so I
oh,
couldn't see it and enjoy it. But I proved that you were watching it because I like that music they did.
but I do see the wind component's going to be a 3-star, and it looks like all the other ones are going to be 4 stars. But let me.
Yeah, I mean that's should be pretty much in line with what they did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I must admit it's been a minute since I've
Fuse a monster,
excuse me
yeah.
used a
That
monster.
grind was fun.
It's been a time.
But honestly, fusion monsters are one of the few reasons.
Oh, there's the fusion hexagram.
Yeah. One of the yeah, I just like fusing. It was a good grind. It was, it's a way for free to play players to, definitely get some 5 stars. And who knows? I mean, this whole family. I mean, I'm sure we're only going to be able to fuse one element, but then there's going to be whole bunches. The other, I don't know, 4.
Right.
Pardon me. The other 4 elements of whatever this totemist. It looks like he's riding on something with wings. Looks like some kind of thing with wings, and he's kind of like
It's
like
a
the
Red
Beast
Bull.
Riders.
It's a Red Bull.
It could totally be that. We have no idea. But it looks like a 3. You can
If they do that, I will laugh for at least an hour. If it is a Red Bull,
entirely, but it definitely has.
I'm gonna be like, man, Korea first Squid Game, now this. Like, you're really on your game these days.
Hey, absolutely. But yeah, it looks kind of cool. I mean, I'm always excited for new units, and especially, I mean, a totemist. Who knows which mythology or fandom they're pulling for this one,
Right.
because they pull from literally every mythology that I've ever even heard of, and some I haven't. That's why this game is so cool.
I would love for it to be like a droppable thing, like like their S3 drops a totem that does something to the field for your group. And think about it,
Okay.
especially with like the 2v2 battles, like wouldn't that be cool if you could drop a totem that like helped both of you? Like, if one of them was like, as long as the totem's on the field, like, it reses anybody who goes down with like 30% health or something. Like, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, because then you'd be like, well, I can't really kill anybody, so then you'd have to like try to like spread out your damage until you could kill them again. Unless, you brought your Mephisto, who, he will stop you rezzing.
So,
yeah. Wasn't that how I showed you his name once?
no, I got that from
With 3 GIFs?
That was way. All right. Just like there's What If comics in Marvel that they've actually based a show on. There was What The, which was like the really like parody comedy, kind of like Marvel's like pointing fingers at themselves and their own fandom. So What The was awesome. I'd love to see like an animated version of What The. So Marvel, if you're listening, do What The. But anyway, Mephisto was in a episode, but it's like absurd. It's like if Marvel did Mad magazines, just so that was What The. Wow. But What The was really funny, and I remember Mephisto being in one of them. But it had stupid stuff like Wolverine goes and gets a haircut. Like, it's just dumb, like little funny gags with all of the fan comedy in it. But anyway,
Now that you bring that up,
Yeah. Awesome,
I
fun comic.
I I
Comic books
I
supposed to
did
be
not
funny, right?
like one of the what ifs.
I didn't see What If at all. No spoilers, please. I'll watch it
Ah,
eventually. I am not.
we've already crossed the 2 week mark. I
I
should
am.
spoil this for you.
I'm not. I don't really have a whole lot of interest in seeing it, to be very honest. Pardon me, but
I'm
yeah.
shaking my head at you.
Shake away, shake
Shake,
away,
shake, shake,
shake away,
shake,
Mr.
shake, shake.
McManus. Sorry, that was from Usual Suspects. Kill away, Mr. McManus. Anyway, so yes, I keep wanting to call him Taoist. There's already a Taoist in the game. Totemist coming soon to a fusion hexagram near you. Let's see. Do you want to talk about MiHoYo and how they put out their own dumpster fire with a couple of new characters?
That's a matter of speculative debate, but sure, we can talk about that. But don't think I'm done with you on this subject though.
Oh,
Never done. Never ever
never.
done. But yeah. So why don't you go ahead? Oh wait, no. First, I'm going to say what MiHoYo did.
Yeah. What did they do?
So this is what MiHoYo did to the community, and for those who don't know, MiHoYo is the company behind Genshin Impact and I forget what is the name of
Honkai Impact the Third.
Honkai Impact the Third.
Yep.
Where they get like insane, obnoxiously good rewards in their game. Okay, it's important for the rant. Okay, so. Whereas they get these insanely good, great rewards in their game,
right?
MiHoYo decided for Genshin for its 1 year anniversary, even though that game made them over $1 billion in the 1 year of its release so far. Even though that's the case, they decided for the 1 year anniversary, they were simply going to give us a handful of Primogens. In fact, this exact amount of Primogens, I believe, was just an event just because at one point since its release, because I remember collecting things for 7 days once before.
Right.
So, that was all they decided for all the loyalty the players had shown to their game they were going to give. Now, they did a thing, which Aztec can tell you about. Yep. I will rant about how little that means to me.
They they had a collaboration, kind of like how Summoners War had the collab with Street Fighter. Genshin had a collab with of all franchises, Horizon Zero Dawn, and the main character is now available in. Now, I don't know if this was like a 1 year thing or a collaborate. It was never really specified, but PlayStation players got Aloy first, and a couple of weeks later, which was like yesterday, everyone on PC and mobile have. I don't know if that was part of the anniversary awards or it just happened to coincide. Yeah, they didn't give us a whole lot. They, caved and gave us the wings and such like that.
But your point, pursuant to your point, was that by them taking something that was exclusive to Genshin Impact players who were playing on PS4 or 5 and giving it to everybody, that's meant to appease the community for not getting what I shall call sweet F all in the actual 1 year anniversary event. So you've taken the thing that was special that I had because of the platform I play on, and now you've cheapened it and said, Merry birthday, our $1 billion IP. Merry birthday.
Well, I don't know. I have
Happy Birthmas, us.
An opinion about perceived value. I'm glad they made a whole bunch of money. I'm glad they didn't give us a free 5-star I'm
Oh,
kind of, and I'll tell you why.
please do.
Um, that
Please
shows
do.
that, I mean, yeah, gotcha games give you a whole bunch of stuff for their 1 year, and they usually do that to entice newer players and such like that. Genshin doesn't need to do that. Genshin is like one of the number one most popular, highest grossing games.
No,
To
I'm getting worked up. I'm getting ready for you.
I'm just glad it's still going on. It's in a working stable form. Like there's so many games that are just not working anymore. You know, the list goes, cyber. Anyway, I won't even get into that. But Genshin is, looks like it has a really bright
Okay.
future. They're looking way
Ca-
past this first year.
Counterpoint.
So who cares if they gave us pulls? I
Count,
grind.
count,
I'll get prima
count,
gems. I'll get
counterpoint.
wishes. No problem.
Counterpoint.
Please.
Counterpoint. Okay, good. Um, so here's the problem with your way of thinking. Your way of thinking is, if we can get these people to play and not thank them, we should do that. And that's a really poopy way to look at your player base. Like, it doesn't matter if your game is popular and you have people now. And I get what you're saying, like, oh, well, they don't need to like work on recruitment because they have plenty, right?
Yeah.
That's great, but you also shouldn't be alienating your base either. I mean, like, look at Summoner's War. Like, they do events pretty well. Like, I mean, not
Right.
all of them, but like several of their events are pretty good altogether, right?
Mhm.
And all I'm getting at is, I mean, I get what you're saying, like, oh, the game's doing well, so they don't have to be desperate and try and recruit people to play by giving a good reward. But at the same time, it's like, you're going to start eroding your trust from the community, which is obvious based on what happened before. Like, and if you're saying, like, oh, well, people have forgiven them with this one simple
This
gesture, that's great.
One gesture and like two new characters. Fires out.
Okay,
Everyone's looking
see?
for the future.
No, see, there again, like, you say that, not everybody is going to get the characters, like,
Right.
and that's the problem. Like, you can't appease people with doing what you've been doing all year, which is releasing new characters and new banners. Like, your justification is that to celebrate the 1 year anniversary, we should be thankful that it's business as usual. Like, I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. Like, I mean, your anniversary should be a time, like, and maybe this is just my opinion, but in
Okay.
like a world where there's almost limitless choice for games you could play and ways to spend your time, and everything else, that anybody should choose your IP to spend their time, to spend their money in at times. Like, you should always be grateful for them. Like, always. And to say that just because they're doing well, they don't need to be thankful for us, that is a pretty shitty way to look at your fan base. Like, and I just think, it cheapens the experience for me that, that's how we're looked at by them, as just we're just a commodity that they're not in any fear of us losing. Like, you've released characters. Great. You've been releasing characters all year. Like, half the characters out now are not the original 10. Right?
Definitely.
Like, I mean, all those characters. So, like, they're releasing new characters. Well, whoop-de-doo. You've been doing that all year. That means nothing different to me. Like, it's great. Thank you. Like, I mean, Summoner's War is releasing a character. They don't say, oh, this is an event. Like, wonderful. Look at, we came up with a new character. Like, they're not giving to us. They're like, go work and get the fusion monsters and build it yourself. Like, I think it's cool. I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad it's going to change the dynamic in the game, give us something else to do.
Right.
But it wouldn't be something that I would feel appreciated for. I'm just saying.
That's why we have the platform to say what we feel. and to release our passion. No, seriously, I'm being super honest. Like
I
we
know
are
you
passionate. We are
I just
passionate
don't
about
think you know
gaming.
how angry I am about
But
that.
and that's great. That shows that you freaking care. Like you should care about things that you're passionate about. You know, it's that simple. Like I think we don't have enough passion for the things that we like. And for you to feel that way is great. That means you really care. Like it's always cool to say, "Oh, I don't care about it." No, it isn't. You should care about the things that you like. You should put that level of passion. Like, I mean, look at the artists and musicians that we look up to. They put a lot of care and passion to whatever they're doing, and for you to care this much, hats off to you, man. That's why I like this show. We can have totally different opinions. It's great, and I gotta stop clicking things. So, anyway,
No, don't stop clicking. click, click, click.
anyway,
Click, click, click.
let's see. Next topic.
Hit it.
Sekhmet and Sekhmet got a buff. Woo woo woo.
Sekhmet got a buff.
Speed Force Sekhmet. So now Lightstar would like to build her up. I was lucky enough. The Summoners War goddesses were nice enough. The goddess Amaretsu. What's that the goddess that you do the wishes with? Amaretsu or whatever. She blessed me with Odin.
The Wish Temple?
Yeah. She has a name. I forget the name in the lore.
Does she?
Let me check. Let me check really quick.
Please do. Please do, because I would not have known this.
No,
I probably
she totally does.
have ignored her. I never even thanked her for my Sylvia.
Look, Temple of Wishes. Ameria.
Again, your thing keeps freezing, so I'm just going to assume you're showing me something
Okay,
cool.
I'm totally showing you. Temple of Wishes. Ameria,
What?
goddess. What?
No, I was reacting to what I presume was on screen. Come on, I'm an actor. I'm a thespian. You
Yeah.
have to respect the craft.
A lot of thess over the anyway.
A lot of
thess.
I thought I was more peon than thess, but okay.
Ameria, the goddess of serenity, responds to all seekers with warmth. However, there's a rumor that prayers of worldly desires are not delivered to anyone. So Ameria
I'm sorry.
is
Anytime I hear the word serenity, I think of George's father in Seinfeld. Serenity now.
I think of the show.
Yeah, I mean I should do
Firefly.
that, but first, George Costanza's dad, then Firefly. Shortly thereafter.
Anyway, but yeah, so in the lore in Summoner's War, there's actually a goddess of serenity, which is, I mean, maybe she'll show up in the comic or something like that. But
you know what though? Why doesn't she get a statue or any craftable building?
That's the wish.
That's
thing.
like discriminatory.
No,
but I mean,
it's just there she is right there. With the
sure,
wings
but
and such.
there's a dragon, and I can still have a crystal mine shaped like a dragon. There's a giant, but I can still build a giant statue. Like I don't have it out, but I can build it.
I don't know. Quick, short answer. No idea why there's no stat. But anyway, she blessed me with Odin, the Wind Lightning Emperor. So I'm gonna need help runing because he has some. And also big shout out to Childish because I must have watched his video about ruining Odin at least 3 times. But I don't know. I am.
Well, what is it that he suggests, rune-wise?
Oh, he definitely suggests will and shield, but I don't know if I have good enough will and shield runes. However, but at least I think I have decent will runes. Let me fish my boy out real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, I could see the will runes because, you want him to stay alive to get stacks of knowledge. That makes sense.
Yes. And the shield.
Incidentally, stacks of knowledge was my nickname in high school.
Anyway, yes. So let's see. I think it may actually have decent will runes.
And I mean, and at full skill up, he gets 100% activation rate on his S1, stealing a beneficial effect.
How crazy is that? And I should have some Devilmon
See,
coming.
but I wonder if the fire whatchamacallit, the oh, what is the family? I'm gonna find it here in a moment. It's gonna be embarrassing until I do.
It's embarrassing.
I can never remember the name. It's here we are. Tessarian. I wonder if Tessarian would be a kind of a good counter monster to bring in because
I mean, Oblivion would be really
Oblivion. But like, I wonder, does Oblivion work on both passives? Because like, as far as I know, and you know, for any of our Discorderlies who are out there, I'm sure you probably know the answer to this. But is Odin the only monster that really has two passives? And would Tessarian take out both?
And well, think about
would somebody like the water
Dryad maybe
or even be able to do it?
Wind Anubis. You know, a couple of units have Oblivion now. I think that's all three of them, but I could be wrong.
See, why do people not like Hermit? Like, here's the thing: like, Oblivion for 3 turns. You put them in Oblivion for 3 turns, and yet Tessarian, it's I think 2. Hold on, I think he casts it up every turn. Passive Oblivion's for 2 turns with each attack. So again, like, you get 3 turns, and Herne hits everybody with their ability to put it into Oblivion. So I don't know, or no, it attacks the enemy. Oh, okay, so it's 1. Well, that's fine too. Because also, you know, you're going to absorb their attack bar and recover HP. You know, I guess it's just, you know, different depending on what you need. But I don't know, 3-turn Oblivion is pretty awesome.
Those sound pretty good.
In my humble opinion.
Got you. Let me try to do Will Rage. That might be interesting.
That crit rate?
Yeah, I already have a crit damage Will Rune, so... Oops. Maybe I don't. Hold on. I thought I put it on. Well, there goes that mana.
So, my Sekhmet has runes from the bygone era of when I built her. Like, so none of these are good runes.
Bygone era.
None of these are good runes. Look, this is probably, that's a blue rune. None of this would be things I would actually have put onto her today. Another blue rune. Wow. Just wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had her on Destroy Swift. But I had her on a Defense 2 slot, which feels very weird. I question my sanity at the time of recording. I wonder where I was at. I mean, I do have a purple speed slot too. So, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see if I have a good Swift speed rune to throw onto her. Nothing. Okay.
See, look at us doing some runing, getting stuff done. Dunzo.
Well, you know, it's important to level up runes every day for your 2 pieces of whatever they call that scroll that I'll probably barely get.
Hey, just remember to have a Splendid Blessing locked and loaded.
Here's my thing. Is that permanent? Because if it's not, it should be, right?
What?
If it's 300 pieces and you get like 2 a day.
Yeah.
Like, that's like 1 every other year. They should just give that to us, right? That should just be like a permanent thing. Like,
You mean like a permanent
think
event that
about
just
it.
happens every year?
Well, no, I mean just not the event. Like the event lets it be quicker. I'm
Right.
saying just the scroll pieces you get from the daily. Like
I think that is permanent. I
because
think that was part of the
okay,
patch
good.
notes.
Because like
I'm
that's
pretty.
what
I'm
I
like
mean. I was
90%
saying.
sure.
Okay, well, I like when you're more than 90, but I'll accept your
Eh,
90. I'm accepting it.
you better.
I've already accepted it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Also, completely unrelated to anything, but now
Uh-oh.
that I have over 200 million blue mana, I feel like I want to keep going until I have a billion blue mana, just because because I can at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to spend it fast enough to. I mean, you know what? I should probably level up runes, but here we are. Here we are at me being bad at things. So, do I have a better destroy rune than what she has? No speed substat, so that's already poopy. Okay, well that one's got speed. That one's got better speed, but 2 flat stats. We don't love that. That's only +4 and 3 flat stats. No, no, no.
Shout out to you, Coop. Let's see. Coop asked if we have done any 2v2 RTA. And was
Whose
shouting
fault
out
is that?
totally mine, because my runes I need RTA runes. I mean, I need to rune for RTA. No one
I
has
have told
runes
you, I don't care. I would play with you just for the sake of
just for the
having
heck of
fun
it.
with my bud. And also, there's a mission that has to be completed. So
Oh, this is true. Let's see. Oh yes, Sekhmet. She's awesome. I use her in Guild Wars all of the time. So
we are playing on the global server, Jason L420. Good old global server, and we are in chat room 66, right, Aztec? That is the chat channel that we hang out in when we remember to do that. So if you ever want to chat, that's where we'll be, Jason L. Or feel free to join our Discord and holler at us anytime. We are oh, look at that. A nice little 16 bump on a substandard rune. We have any grinds here that we like? Okay, 6. I could afford to throw this on here, give her a little extra speed. I don't even really know what stats are important on her, but I'm assuming speed is, a good one to have.
yeah,
Throw
definitely
some more,
definitely
throw
good
some
one.
more attack on her, HP on here. Throw a little more defense on her. Oh, really? 4%? You had all those choices and you gave me 4%. How rude. Fine, whatever. All right. Let's see. So, hold on, where were we at here? Yeah, so my Sekhmet, I just want to make her stats better than they were when oh yeah, accuracy, that's a rune I need in the 6th slot, so but yeah, also, I don't know, have you ruined your wind chimera at all? Do you know what we like for runes with that?
Speed.
Or
Swift. He scales off speed. So yeah.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. I think it's S2 and S3. Let me just make sure of that. Don't want to give you any false summoning information. Da da da. Lagrima.
He's loving it.
Lagrima. Faster attack speed, the greater. This is S2. The faster your attack speed, the greater damage becomes. Attack speed is increased for 2 turns if you get a critical hit. And S3 is attacks all enemies. Yep. attacks all enemies to inflict damage proportionate to your attack speed, weakens their attack power for 2 turns, and stuns them with a 75% chance. So yeah, put speed on that scary boy. Put some speed on his name. Speed.
Right.
Do I have things? Do I have things?
And to see I'm assuming then a speed crit damage attack.
Yes. So in exclusive summoning news, we have Sierra, and there's no more news. Just kidding. Vanessa, the fire Valkyrie.
Are you? Are you trying to say that word? I believe there's a pronunciation guide.
Oh, yeah,
available.
I think so.
Courtesy of
good old Forensis. That was a good one. I'm gonna jack it up on purpose. So what? One of our lovely
really
Discordalies gave me a pronunciation guide by the way of a very metal song, But anyway, appreciate it. Thank you for listening. And
not metal enough.
It's
not metal enough.
It's just been a running gag of me sometimes actually trying, and then just stopping trying to pronounce some of these summoners' words, units, names. But I'm gonna keep the gag going. But yeah, water, occult girl, fire, Valkyrie, and good old wind oracle, good old Sierra. So
you have fun with that.
Well, I'm gonna just burn my mine this week, whatever I have. Maybe I'll get one of those 3 because I don't have any of those 3 next week.
Do you think I should do a big summon of my mysticals this week, or a modest amount?
Modest. This is a modest week. I have 22, so I'm gonna just burn those out. But next week is actually kind of interesting. We got next we got water demon. We got fire beast rider.
Masha.
We got dirty Diana. Wind unicorn.
Yep, got 2 out of 3 of those, so I won't be. I'm not that interested in the water demon, so.
I hear you.
In fact, I'm not actually interested in any of the exclusive summoning banners for a while, so.
Good.
Take that.
Save those scrolls. Save. But since we have all this summoning talk, can we do some summoning?
We have to. We're almost at the end of the show, as my clock tells me.
Cool. I'm going to start with my exclusive stones, and then I'm going to move to the mysticals because
I'm going to do 3 water, 2 wind, 5 mystical, and then I have a legendary scroll to round it out to guarantee some of that sweet, sweet lightning.
Lightning-tastic. Well, I'm going to count it down.
Please and thank you.
3, 2, 1, and summon.
Summon. Giant warrior, good. Skill ups, that'll be nice for my army of
army of what? Army of
what's the win one? What's his name? Hold on. It's in my brain somewhere.
No, it ain't.
No, you're probably right. I have to go look because I don't care about him enough to have memorized it, and it's very obvious what his name is as soon as I see it. Skogul. Yes. You got hey, look! I got a water cannon girl. Skill ups. Got some lightning. I mean, as promised, lightning did happen.
Got lightning on the stones, but I gotta pull the Lucian, sorry. That was scary, bro. I was like, wait a minute.
I thought it was happening.
I'm gonna get a nat 5.
Alright, here goes my legendary scroll.
Excellent. GZ to you,
we
bud.
got something new. We got something
GZ
new.
to you, bud.
Whoopsies.
Look at
Hold
you.
on, ignore that. Ignore that. I accidentally did that. Okay, hold on. We're gonna. That's my background. We all love that. All right. Oh, okay. What's that? There we go. All right. Wow.
Mr. I don't get good luck. See? I am so much less of a salt block than you.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't take a lot to be less salty than me. I'm a pretty salty monster, you know.
That you are.
I mean,
Fire unicorn.
I can't help it. It's just the way I'm drawn.
I hear you. Well, I'm just going to summon in. I would hang it up for the night. I wouldn't even touch anything else. You know.
Oh, so I
Pull the
mean, she
fires.
recovers HP and attack bar by 20% each when you attack on your turn,
Oh, yeah.
and reduces damage dealt by water units. So clearly, you want her on violent, is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
So
I got a string master. And I think I'm going to just stop at 10. Just cause. Got a
I
wind
like
slip.
the very first thing. A long time ago, when the earth was still green, and there were more kinds of animals than you've ever seen, they'd run around free while the earth was being born. But the loveliest of all was the unicorn.
Can't argue with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no more summoning. Summoning done. GZ to you, bud. Good job.
Thank you. And yeah, as I predicted, Violent Will is the way to go. Speed, HP. I think we'll be able to manage that. We're gonna just go ahead and awaken her right away, because one of us awakens monsters instantly.
Kurt Boogie says GZ. Coop, GZ, Pony Brother, freshly buffed. Oh, good point. Freshly buffed.
She did just get a buff. That's right.
She did just get a buff. Yo, thanks, Coop. Oh, wow. GZ to you, bud, because, you know, I'm not a salt block. I actually am happy when my boys are happy.
You know,
So
I've
let's see.
seen a team that had 2 or more unicorns on it.
Yeah.
And that I have Diana. I'm really curious, like, what that's going to be like.
Dude, you're on kind of a roll. I'm just saying, you pulled Kokomi. You pulled Sayu first in Genshin, then Kokomi. In Genshin, of course.
Do that.
And then, yeah, then now, good old My Little Pony. No, but seriously, Jeezy, I don't know, man. Your luck is
Nope.
turning around,
Nope.
bud.
It's not true.
It's
My luck is eternally bad. That's all there is
after
to it.
summoning a forest.
But
One
here's
day,
where I'm sad. I should have gotten the fantasy wings as a pack, because now you see I can't make her all types of fancy.
yeah, it's not fancy enough.
Had I known I was going to get a second unicorn, I would have bought that pack. Hindsight, curse you for not being 40/20.
So, just as a shout, I will definitely have things ruined, so we can try some 2v2 next week.
Don't tease me with a good time.
And we have some things in the works. Nothing confirming yet, but we have some things, some guests coming up. Hopefully that you will like as much as we do, because we like them, and of course, I mean, it's cool to hang out with us too.
You,
but you know, some guests would be nice
us.
to add to
We
the
like
spice.
when people come and talk about Summoner's War.
So we have some guests coming up. That's all I'm gonna say. about that. So stay tuned to a Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War because we are going to be doing stuff. Who are you going to shout out this week?
You know what?
My brother.
I'm going to shout out Jason L420 over in the Twitch chat. Thanks for coming and hanging out today.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate
Join the
it.
Discord when you can.
I will shout out you for giving me the wherewithal to summon Helena.
Summon.
Because, you know,
Summon.
without your counting, it would never have come to pass.
Absolutely. I tend to agree. Definitely want to shout out Cooped, Kurt Boogie. Definitely
Napog.
Thank you for Napog for the pronunciation that I'm so not going to. I'm still going to butcher
that was
it.
Fuentes. Fuentes gave
sorry.
you the...
Definitely
But Napog, what did Napog do? Hold on, I remember.
Who cares what Napog does? Shout out to Napog. For being you.
Fair enough.
Just for you and being you. Who am I?
Or are we doing random New Jersey restaurant shout-outs again? I love these.
Top's Diner.
Top's Diner.
I am so sad. I am so upset that I didn't bring you to Top's Diner. Top's Diner is the #1 diner in New Jersey. And that's a land of diners. Jersey is full of diners. Top's is #1. Top's
for
Diner.
those that don't know,
if you don't know, if you're in somewhere
few years
in Jersey,
ago, I drove up there for Aztec's birthday.
To hang out.
Driving upon the storied New Jersey Turnpike, and becoming a true New Jerseyan by the process. You know. So I mean, I'm basically from Jersey now.
We'd love to have you. We are the Garden State. We are bountiful. We have beaches and snow. We're like awesome. But anyway, yes, Top's Diner #1. I will go there right now if I could. But yeah, but besides that, yeah, just shout out to you. You know, thanks for doing the show. Shout out to everyone that I met at the meetup on Tuesday. You know, definitely shout out to Haroshin, Nelly the God, JD the Gamer.
Nelly. Love Nelly.
Childish Plays. Big shout outs to all of you. And of course, Gigi and Evan. Support is very, very, very encouraging.
Steppy.
You know,
I have
shout out to Seppi. I didn't meet him, but definitely big shout out to him too.
I have hugged him, and he's a glorious human being. No, I have like a digital photo frame that's just to my right, and you know, when I was fortunate enough to meet up with all of them in Orlando, and they were so gracious to let me love on them and give them hugs and get pictures together. So every now and then in the random slideshow, it will pop up the pictures of the meetup, and
excellent,
just great times and wonderful people all. It's a wonderful community we have, so very grateful we're a part of it.
Totally. But that about wraps it up for this particular episode of a Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War. New episodes of the podcast on Saturday. Wednesday nights we stream on YouTube and on Twitch.
On Wednesdays we wear pink.
You wear pink. I look at you wearing pink. Lightstar777 Gaming on Twitch. MRGTSW on YouTube. We stream Wednesday nights. Podcasts out on Saturdays. MRGTSW@gmail. Does anyone email anybody anymore? Anyway, but MRGTSW.
You're talking about when people used to call people on the phone, too, right?
MRGTSW@gmail. MRGTSW on Instagram. MRGTSW on Reddit. @Ranchers Guide on Twitter.
Tweet.
Monsters Ranchers Guide to the Universe is our Discord. Our link to our Discord is on our Twitter and such.
And our Twitch.
And I think on our YouTube also. Anyway.
Wherever link trees can be found.
So everyone have a great week. Really appreciate it.
May you get lightning in your endeavors.
Jeezy to this guy for getting fire ponies.
Yeah, I'm now going to have a 2-pony team. I've already decided that this is mandatory just to torment people with the 90 turns I'll be able to take. They'll be like, I can't move. This game's stupid. And I'll be like, you're right. You're right. But I'm beating you, aren't I?
Damn.
That's all that matters. I'm a sore winner, you know.
Competitive, the ultra competitive Light Star 7.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm basically like Deku. Like, you know, I'm willing to break my own finger to prove a point.
No spoiler. No spoiler. Watch the show. Watch My Hero Academia. Go to Top's Diner. Everyone live long and prosper.